King Obinna had everything: wealth, power, and a queen by his side. Yet one haunting secret threatened his legacy: he had no heir. Desperate to know the truth about his manhood, he made a forbidden choice that would shake his throne and expose his heart. The city of Lagos glimmered with light every night, but inside the mansion of King Obinna Odnaig, there was a darkness money could not chase away. He had everything a man could ever dream of: wealth that could buy silence, influence that could bend power, and a name that commanded respect in every corridor of high society. Yet, for all the glitz and admiration surrounding him, the one thing he wanted most continued to elude him: a child. His marriage to Queen Adesewa was the talk of Nigeria when it happened. Their wedding was broadcast live, a royal celebration of modern love and legacy. People called them the power couple of Lagos. But 4 years later, their palace was quieter than ever, and behind every forced smile at public events, there was tension no camera could capture. Obinna had done everything humanly possible. They had flown to London for checkups, visited top fertility experts in South Africa, and even tried traditional remedies secretly to avoid the press. But every test on the queen came back the same: she was perfectly fine. He tried to act unfazed in front of her, brushing off the conversation whenever she brought up adoption or IVF. Deep down, however, a storm brewed within him. What if the whispers were true? What if he, the great King Obinna, was the problem? That thought haunted him more than anything else. He began to notice the subtle ways people looked at him differently: his uncles teasing him about slow heirs, journalists asking harmless questions about succession, and even his friends making jokes that cut deeper than they realized. At night, when Adesewa slept, Obinna would stare at the ceiling, his mind consumed by questions no crown could answer. He had always been in control of his life, but now he was at the mercy of biology, of something unseen and humiliating. The pressure to continue the dynasty weighed heavily on him. His late father had built everything with his bare hands, and before dying, made him promise that the Odnaig name would never end with him. That promise now felt like a curse. Adesewa, on her part, had begun to lose patience. She loved her husband deeply, but she was tired of the empty nursery and the fake reassurances. Every time she smiled at family gatherings, she could feel the pity of other women who had children. Her mother-in-law, though polite in public, had already started making subtle comments about surrogacy and the solutions. The palace was no longer peaceful. The king and queen fought more often, mostly in hushed tones behind closed doors, but sometimes loud enough for the maids to hear. It was during one of those lonely nights that Obinna made a decision that would change